Okay, this is probably my first keeper size out of the pond. I've got it up against this bucket. I think this is a 6.5 gallon bucket for size reference. I'm gonna still let them go, but we gonna revisit you for Juneteenth, buddy. Another one. He gonna make it back on in there. Nice size. There we go. Yes. I have to tell y'all, this right here, this rooster tail right here, is my lure of choice. Stuck to my... This right here, I am catching them on this. Now, I first came and was using this rooster tail with the treble hook. And I'd definitely keep up with this treble hook if I was looking at keeping them. But it's hard to get them off the hook. But this one with the single hook has been catching all day. Oh, we come to the end of the road, huh? That one broke my hook. Dang. Well, I guess fishing is over with today. Dang, that one broke my hook. It's all bent up. Anyway, because I am catching and releasing here, but I'm excited about the sizes that are happening. Hey y'all, welcome to Connor Homestead. I am back today to test out another lure. I'm gonna try this little frog. Let's see if I can show you all. This little frog right here. Since they liked my rooster tail so much here at the Homestead Pond, let's see what they think about this one. I was out here fishing earlier today, if y'all can hear me. Caught some nice sized catfish, and I brought out my weigher because I want to see what they're weighing. That's gonna help. Got one. Got one. Got one of these little bluegill. There we go. There we go. And I got these new gloves. You just put your hand in there. Oh, okay. You a nice little bluegill. Barely hooked. Barely hooked on there. Oh, knew you were barely hooked. Oh. And he's back down in the water. That's good. We were just gonna let him go anyway. But let me show y'all these gloves here. It just attaches right back on. All right, great on the bluegill. I think it needs a little weight to it because it didn't get out too far, but we caught that bluegill. There we go. Let's see what else wants some of this action. That was great. Something else want to play with it. Probably another little bluegill because of the light bite. It's a nice breeze going out here. So I'm just kind of waiting on the cast. There we go. Playing around with it a little bit. There we go. Oh, popped off. Popped off. Probably a bluegill too. They really enjoying it. Okay. Froggy went a-courting. Hope y'all can hear me. My neighbor's cutting their grass. Strong breeze. Feels wonderful. But this isn't going to cast well in it. I do have some little weights I could put on it to give it a little more of a cast, but we're doing all right because this is about where they grab them anyway. Okay, gotcha. Woo. There we go. Woo, this is a nice size one. This is a nice size one right here. These bluegill, and this is yellow. This is a good size one. They are on it. Ow. They barely hooked, I tell you that. There we go. There we go. Nice little hand size. It barely hooks them, but these bluegill love this. I haven't gotten a catfish bite on it yet. Typically, I'm out here catching the catfish. But, yeah, okay. Get a good look at this one. Palm size. This one's palm size. It's got this yellow coloring to it, though. That's a nice one. Again, with my glove, latches right on. Alright, so no catfish on the frog, but the bluegill are eating it up out here. Bought a couple other different lures to try. The catfish love, oh, a little something. Oh, right up near here, yep. Bluegill, because it's right up near the front. The catfish really love that rooster tail. The last one bent it. I got a few other lures I'm going to test out. I got one that's kind of like a minnow. So we're going to test out a couple of them. That's a good cast right there. That's a good spot. They nibbling it when it gets right up here near the bank. So I know it's bluegill. Catfish over here ain't studying it though. I was catching catfish this morning off of the rooster tail. Another little bluegill. That's who's loving this. That's who's loving this. So it's fun, man. Of all the different snips I have, I don't think I brought any of my snips to switch out these baits, these lures. And I know what folks would say, use your teeth. Real fisher folks would use their teeth. So, let's try. Real fisher folks, use your teeth. I just did. Alright, we're gonna try this one. Right here. True test right here. Tying it up right here out on the bank. I tell you what, I do better rigging out here on the bank than I do sitting in the house. Something about the immediacy of it, I guess. Although my eyesight is not the best. I'm just doing a basic clinch knot, improved clinch knot. Mainly it's just the line is so that's a long tag line, but we're gonna see what it do. It's also a rusty hook, but we're gonna see what it do. Alright, so the bluegill really liked our little frog. We're gonna see who liked this one. Okay, we got a nice cast on that I like. Bluegill, I think, kind of messing around with it at the bank. I don't know about his presentation. Any takers? Oh, okay. Some was a little interested in it just now. Oh, okay. Another little bluegill, I'm sure. All the way up on there. Okay, so we got 2 bites, but just weren't able to make the purchase. Let's see what we got. Got a bit of a rusted hook on it. hook's just not making the purchase on this one. They're going after it. They're going after it, but this hook's not sealing the deal. I'm gonna put it on here a little bit better. All right, try that out, and then we're gonna switch to some worm-like ones. See what that does. Nice. There we go. Yeah, the hook's just not making the perk. Well, I think they're grabbing the tail of this one for sure. That's these little bluegill. I'm gonna increase my retrieve just a little bit. That might entice him to be a little bit more aggressive. Got in the muck. All right, we'll do a couple more casts with this one and swap them out. Brought my whole tackle box. I just reorganized it and realized so much of it I don't need and I don't use. But I really wish I had more of the stuff out here. Like my snips. I can't believe I don't have my snips. Yeah, they just playing around. They're just playing around with this one's tail. One more. See if I can entice a catfish. And then cut you off. They play with it. They play with it. Got you. Got you. Got you. Let them play with it. Let them play with it. Yes. Let them play with it. This is a nice size fish right here, y'all. This is a nice size fish. And they're yellow. Well, he's fat. I can hardly get my hand around him. I can hardly get my hand around this one. Oh, he's a good one. I can't even get my hand around his belly. That's nice. That's real nice. All right, bluegill. That's a good one. Woo! Yes, indeed. Bluegill fishing today, so rooster tails for the catfish. These little jigs for bluegill. I still want those catfish biting on some stuff. This other rooster tail, I might swap it out because I really do want to catch and take the weight on some of these catfish, see what they're doing. But I'm also realizing my technique for this one. Let the bluegill play around with it because they're going to thump, thump, thump. Right here where they be trying to hit. He's playing around with it. Flew right out of his mouth. Ah, shoot. They like to take that tail and run with it. That's what they like to do. We're going to perfect this technique. Give it one more time. Took it right there. Playing around. After this one, we're going to switch out. Got him. Got him. Got him. I'm gonna call these my bluegill magnets right here. My bluegill magnets. Alright, let's see if we can catch some catfish today. I'm gonna try this little joker right here. This little jig. trying to think, do I want this to be, yeah, down a little closer to it. I want to give it a little bit of weight so I can get decent distance. Let's see what's gonna like this. It's still pretty light, the cast. Wind blew it over that way. I noticed, uh-oh, bluegill. Bluegill. I know it is. She's still popping around with it. Okay. 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 All right. Bluegill like it. Bluegill like it. Okay. Bluegill like it. Little one. Yeah, these gloves are nice. All right, so far bluegill like it. Let's see if we get any catfish on. Good cast for it. Nibble. I'm definitely gonna have to get my rooster tail for these catfish though. Nibble, nibble. Nibble, nibble, so they get fish on. This one's super small. But this is great. I'm glad to be doing this now because for Juneteenth, when we have the kids out here and the new people fishing, this is a great way for them to show and get used to how these fish bite. So this is a real small one right here. Put her back. All right, catfish ain't interested. Catfish ain't interested. Come on, cats. Y'all ain't interested. Do a little bit of a quicker retrieve. This morning it was all catfish, but I was on that rooster tail. I keep saying. One of these bluegill over here messing around with it. Again, just let it cook yourself. Another one of these babies. Another one of these babies. My grandma Babe, who I've named this pond after, Babe's fishing hole, she say, if they big enough to take the bait, then they are big enough to eat. Feisty one. All right, we'll do one more on this, and then we'll try the rooster tail with the treble hook. It's just that treble hook, it gets them, and I have to get my forceps to help get it out on the rooster tail that I have ready. But we're gonna do it because I want to measure some of these catfish. But I'm glad to test these other lures out because this is great for the folks who'll be sitting up here catching bluegill. There go another one. Another one of these babies. I can tell the little bite. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. See, they just bite and move, bite and move. So they finally kind of hook themselves on it. You know, you use these little bait and stuff. You want bigger bait, bigger fish go for bigger bait. We're gonna do this rooster tail. Ooh, that's a nice breeze. We got storm weather coming, but this breeze is great out here. All right, come on, catfish. We ain't casting out that way, but this wind, I tell y'all. I caught some big catfish this morning out here. Big for this pond, that is. We talking about they're just 1 year old. Not where I'm meant to cast it. I should be getting some bites from the little bluegill right here. Little nibbles. Yeah, it got a little sludgy. I'm trying to stick to. That's better. What this is. Don't play around. Catfish really just strike it way more aggressively. Tell y'all. Great outdoors. Oh, and then this stuff right here. It's no good. Muck. Muck covers up the hooks. Slide that down a little closer to it. All right, come on, catfish. That's my cast right there. There we go. That's something out there. Out there is a little promising. It felt like a bluegill though. Maybe a bigger one. I'm not in the muck. Yep, I'm lucky. Well, I know this is a catfish favorite over here. There we go. There we go. There we go. This is a catfish right here, y'all. Yes. This is catfish. There we go. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. I told y'all, this rooster tail, these catfish like it. All right, let's work on getting you off of here. Because like I said, it's a treble hook. Okay, there we go. He don't weigh much. He ain't even registering on the thing, but you see this length here. All right, we're gonna let him go. But catfish love that rooster tail. That's a good one. Like we got a little muck or something on this one. Got some sludge. Felt it dragging. Gonna end the day with the rooster tail. Try to catch one of these larger catfish that I caught earlier in the day. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on. Fighting like a bluegill. Like a bluegill when it's playing with it. But that far out, it might be a larger one. What are you? I hung on something? What could you possibly be hung on? In there. Oh, don't take the scissors. It was odd. Must be some branches or something that got up in here. But this pond is pretty free of branches. So, there we go. Here we go. Fish on, baby. Fish on. Oh, you a nice size. You a fighter. What are you? You were a fairly small catfish, you know, not a keeper size, but you got a lot of fight in you. I like that. I like the fight in you. Got it. Yes. We freed the homie. He had all three of them hooks in him. Also a small one. There you go. Ah, he's free. Useless. That's why I'm not really into using the treble unless we keep in, but I gotta be good at being able to get them off of there. So this has gotta be practice. And I'm still a little skittish on grabbing the catfish. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Oh, he got off. You lucky. You real lucky. Okay. You real lucky. That was a catfish out there. So I think, I'm just gonna also work. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go again. Here we go. We got you. We got you, look at that. It's a catfish, probably another small one. Yep. What are you? Oh! Catfish, probably another small one, I think. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me get my rooster tail right. We got off of there. 2 of them got free. How in the world? Okay. Alright, there we go. Got a little tangled up. Alright, rooster tails are hitting it. Over there. Right over there. They're loving it. Catfish. Little bluegill popping up out of here. I don't even feel like dealing with them. That's my catfish spot. Come on, get it. Caught up in whatever that was. Quick retrieve. There's no bluegill. I'm trying to hit it. There we go. Knew it. Knew it. Knew it, damn bluegill. I'm glad he popped off of there too. He was a decent, he's okay size, but we're throwing him back. So small. So small. All right, y'all. Peace out.